Wow. Wow. That was incredible. Just incredible. Did not expect that reaction. But it feels good. Some more balance would be awesome. But, man, that was needed so desperately.
What about it was needed?
Just to get that last missing puzzle piece. And, I put in a lot of work this past year. And I had a lot of help. But there's only so much, someone can help you. And there was a lot of loss this past year on a lot of levels, death and like sense of identity, and if I want to go back to what I used to do or still do, and personal relationships lost. But like a year ago, it wouldn't have mattered to me. I'd just push on, and I'd tell myself I was fine. But I wasn't. I mean, I simply wasn't. So I don't know if this ends the journey, but it's definitely healing, very healing. You can feel it. I mean, it's palpable. It's not. It's not just emotion based. You can feel it in your heart. So yeah, there was a reason why it kept popping up too. I told you this. Someone told me there's no coincidence, and they're right. There is no coincidence. When things pop up in your life repeatedly, randomly, you have to take heed, and I'm glad I did. It's just, man, just seeing a face, it's like, wow, it's kind of overwhelming. Oh man, it's
So,
awesome.
what was it in the dark that you came to know newly? Or came to know, yeah, in a new way?
You don't have to stay broken. You can heal yourself. Um, you can forgive yourself, and just acceptance, and turning off that negative internal dialogue. I know everyone deals with it. I know everyone's dealing with something. You know, we all think the other person has it figured out, but they don't. Some people mask better, and others don't. And I had just gotten to a point where I couldn't wear the mask anymore. It wasn't my true self. Um, it had destroyed personal relationships. It was starting to destroy my professional relationships just because of the anger. And it's the dark is not just to endure it, though. If you want to do it as a challenge, that's one thing. But I think if you hit like an emotional bottom, and you really don't know what else to do, um, I've heard people say healing comes from within, and I always thought I needed an external force to do it, to help me. But I think if you're raw and honest with yourself, you can do it. So, oh man, so many emotions. It's crazy. Everything that I thought I was, even in the dark, just God, it got stripped away. Um, it's kind of like you want to go nag everybody and tell them it's possible. But you have to come to it on your own, because it's taken me decades to to put up all those walls, and and it's taken about a year and a half to start tearing them down. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if this was the destination. It's part of the journey, 100%. Um, but I've never felt so light. You know, even last night, I thought, okay, I put in the work. Let's just get out of here. I'm over it, you know. Um, and then I couldn't sleep, and it felt so heavy. Um, like I was literally having that critical thought, like, okay, is something wrong? Is there a health issue here? And I know it's self-imposed, but you don't accept that in the moment. You're like, there's something else. It's not me. And then, yeah, I sat with it the whole night, and up until what I would assume was last evening, I was good. You know, I thought everything was solid. I'd put in the work. I was stretching. I was like, man, I haven't felt this loose and limber in forever, because I've never taken the time. And then it just like this heavy weight of like wanting to get out of there, just wanting to get out. And from our conversations and Simon's, just, you know, accept it, work through it. Don't push. Just accept it and see what happens. And then there was like this pressure, just a physical pressure. Like I'm sore, like I worked out or something. And it's just emotional. It's emotional. It's just bleeding out of everywhere. Yeah, I don't think words can do justice to what I'm trying to articulate. I really don't. Um,
When the walls started to come down, Don, what did you find? What did you discover in that?
a lot of self-acceptance and changing all the stories that I told myself, you know, to justify or explain and almost validate why I was the way I was. And yeah, there's like, I think we said this yesterday. There's no hiding in the dark. It really isn't. You know, and I've thought of ways I can articulate this to friends and family when I see them. And the best way I think does justice is in your everyday life, whatever heavy thoughts you have they're fleeting, you know, and then they'll come back and then they'll disappear again. But with being in the dark with nothing, I mean, time doesn't exist, and you want it to so desperately. Yeah, you can't run away from those thoughts. You can't run away from those anxieties and fears. And I don't know if it's for everyone, but if you've hit that emotional rock bottom, man, you will confront some heavy stuff in there if you want to, you know, if you want to. And man, there was stuff in there I thought I wanted to confront, and then it's like, okay, I guess I'm talking with this thought now. Didn't expect that one to come in. Um, Man, intense, just intense. And now that lightness is coming back, which is so good because, you know, I put the blindfold on, and after I heard the door and all that, I was ready to go. I'm like, okay, keep it together, man. This is it. You're out of here. Nope, not even close. Then all that stuff comes crashing back, and it's like spit out of you at the same time. I don't even remember this valley looking like this. I mean, I know the sensory is a huge factor, but it makes me wonder what I just wasn't open to seeing. Because I sat in that chair for hours the other day, the day I got here, and yeah, it's pretty, yeah. Trees, hills. And now it's like, man, this is gorgeous. Why didn't I see this when I first looked at it? It really is the little things, man. It really is. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome.